Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Akashic Rose with Sabrina Dawn. So how was this weekend for you guys with the full moon and the eclipse? Whew. So I've heard a lot of people reporting different things. So for me though, it was like an emotional roller coaster all last week, all this weekend. Last night I did a ritual with an intention to work with a specific shadow part of myself. And I have the candle, the candle burning, and I did my little altar. And so I'm hoping that will help me work with some of the shadow side parts of myself that was being brought up by this full moon and eclipse. And it was very potent. Everything I felt, whether it was shadowy or positive, I felt just really heightened. So and then today, this morning I redid the ritual, and I'm gonna have it going today as well. So just know that you can work with the full moon, 3 days before and 3 days after, but also the eclipse goes into the 12th, and Venus's shadow side in retrograde is, I believe, till July 29th, the shadow of Venus being in retrograde, which is your relationships and like your pleasures and money. Okay, so if you're having any troubles in those areas, just know that it should get easier at the end of this month, and I do say should. And don't forget that Mercury is in retrograde, so your communication could be a bit off. So just know that in technology as well. So just know that you can call on Archangel Gabriel. I'm sorry, I always put him in this corner, that's why I looked up. But you just know that you can call on Archangel Gabriel to help you with communication, okay? And you can always call on the goddess of Venus or Aphrodite for your relationships, okay? Or Archangel Raziel for relationship harmony. Archangel Shamuel for high-level soul connections. Archangel Raphael for healing. So he's on my ritual that I have going on upstairs, that with the candle and the statue and, all my intentions. And I have Archangel Raphael for healing. So I could, allow this side of myself to come in and do a healing of this new layer of it. So let's see where the collective is at. So we call in Michael, Raphael, Uriel, Gabriel, Metatron, Shamuel, Raziel, Azrael, and all the archangels that want to come through to help support this reading for the collective at the highest intention and good for the collective that are going to watch my videos in all directions of space and time. Okay, this is the no, not angel therapy. Angel tarot cards. I'm so sorry. The angel therapy cards are the ones that I'm working with in my ritual, and I have Archangel Raphael in the heart chakra. So the angel tarot cards are the ones that we're working with right now by Radley Valentine. Let's see. Oh, almost dropped the whole deck. That's a mood. Okay, guys, stop. Okay. So the Two of Cups are, when Venus was coming up, and to talk about that being in retrograde and then the relationship stuff, and then talking about the archangels that help you with relationships, I am not surprised that the Two of Cups is coming up, because a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. So okay, hold on. All right. This is the Mixed Emotions deck. I really love this deck. Let's see. Please clarify the Two of Cups for the collective. Please clarify the Two of Cups for the collective. Okay. Oh, we had this card. I used this deck on Friday, and this card came out again. Sad, unhappy, joyless, dejected. So there's what I'm hearing is that if you're in a relationship, and this is whether you're with somebody, in separation with somebody, wishing to call someone in, wherever you are on the relationship scale, what I'm hearing is that the relationship that continues to grow closer, it's important that you continue to grow closer to yourself, okay? Find forgiveness within yourself and a positive resolution to conflict. So you may have had some kind of conflict that's making you feel sad. So now we're going to ask the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards by Denise Lynn to clarify the Two of Cups and sadness. Surrender to the journey. So this could be for people who consider themselves on a twin flame journey, or this could just be someone who's in a relationship and you can see it as a journey. Release control. So are you feeling sad because you can't, you're not able to make someone see your point of view or go in the direction that you want to go? Or are you arguing in some way? And so what I'm hearing is that it's important that you release control, to surrender. So what I'm seeing is that there was a shadow side of your relationship, whether, like, no matter where you are on that relationship scale, there was a shadow side that was coming through that was based in fear, and it was about control. So sometimes we try to control others because we fear it's like a safety mechanism. If we're in control, then maybe we won't get so hurt. If we're controlling things, it's because of a shadow side and fear of losing what it is that you have. And you may have already lost it, and you could be feeling sad about that and the lack of control. So what they're telling me is that in order for you to have the Two of Cups, to have this peaceful resolution, you have to surrender to the journey, process the sadness, and the way to do that is to release control. Ask the angels to help you look at where inside yourself that you are trying to control this situation. Or for some, you are trying to control yourself too much. Okay, you are not allowing yourself to be authentic, to really be seen. Okay, and then you're getting sad that they're not seeing you. So in order to be seen by somebody else, you have to put down your walls and allow yourself to be seen and see yourself. See yourself. Okay, this is the Divine Feather Deck Messenger by Alice and Dina Cola. Let's see. Okay, they're saying stop. With a hummingbird. Yes. Oh my goodness. So release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. And then this is the feather of the hummingbird painted on the back. Look at that. Okay, and another thing that the hummingbird symbolizes, do you know how they fly and they can be right there and they're drinking the nectar, right? So in staying in one place, finding peace, going within, and surrendering is where you can find peace with the now. Okay, and that's when you allow yourself to feel the sadness, feel it, process it, surround it with love. You can cut cords to it and just give it to the angels. You can imagine Archangel Raphael's healing light coming around. But what you've been carrying in regards to relationships, what I'm hearing is that it's actually the source of this deep sadness and control. What I'm hearing is that it has to do with your childhood and the way that you saw your parents growing up, in relationship growing up. For some, I'm hearing it was really out of control. So the way that you react to relationships now is control. So this is the Let Go deck by Akal Pratam. I hope I said her last name correctly. Please clarify this reading for the collective. Okay. Yes. Let go of fear through meditation. Purify yourself so you are a magnet for your true heart's desires. Also, sometimes we can be trying to keep someone close to us that's not good for us, out of a sense of control and a fear of letting it go, that something else is not going to come in. So what I'm hearing is get in touch with your true heart's desires. Get in touch with it. How is it that you want to be seen? And try to see past like the inner child that may be stomping their foot saying, I want a relationship. I want to be seen. I this, I that. You know, like that's all just childhood wounds trying to come up. And what I'm hearing is that is what a lot of people this has brought up. Okay, with Venus being the shadow side of retrograde and Mercury and all of this, I'm hearing that a lot of relationship stuff has been activated, either keeping you from relationship or triggering you in relationship, all of that. So, but the energy that's coming in, like, do you see Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to do this so that you guys can see it. All right. So the first card that came out is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a divine partnership. It's a beautiful partnership, two people coming together. And this time it's more talking about love than work. And then, there's the sadness. So have you lost somebody? Are you sad because you're not attracting somebody? Or you're sad over the past, over another relationship? Or are you in separation? But what they're saying is you have to surrender to the journey. Where you are right now, right? Where you are right now is how you're going to release control. So accepting what is, accepting where you're at on your journey within your relationship cycles. And just know that what you've been carrying all of these years since your childhood, it's time to release that. That's what this eclipse energy, and if you still want to work with it, you can say, I release my childhood wounds that are holding me back from a healthy relationship, which could be, for the people in the collective, could be one of their truest heart's desires, is to really come into a beautiful partnership, a Two of Cups. So, and if you notice that's the Two of Cups is two becoming one, but it's not, it's still two coming into partnership into one. It's not just one. You don't lose yourself, and it's 1122, which is a number of partnerships. So yes, so you still want to keep your autonomy. You want to be more whole, and look at any codependency that you can have, so that you can have interdependency within your relationships. And at the top of the deck, they told me to look. Let go of old tales and write your own adventure story. It's time for a new adventure. It's time to go, and don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed by the emotions and then to sit down and kind of be in a pity party for a long time. Okay, that's the words I'm hearing, guys. I'm sorry. So don't allow yourself to be completely submerged in it and then keep going for a long period of time. It's okay to allow yourself to be submerged, but allow the light to be around you. Ask the angels to surround you with love while you process the sadness, while you release control, while you look at the reasons why you're being controlling. And it was 12:22 when I said that. Because when you try to control things and the control comes in as a shadow side, that is when you know that something is out of balance, and there's an old story being activated inside your head that you're trying to keep yourself safe. But allow yourself to meditate, allow yourself to cry, purify yourself. So be mindful of what you're eating or what you're doing. If you're finding yourself, let's just say you like wine, or you like to drink with your friends or with your partner, but you find yourself arguing, or there's a deep sadness that comes around it, then put down the alcohol for a little bit and be present in the relationship that's going on now. Or if you find that you are using sugar or chocolate or anything to get by, what they're saying is that it's not saying that you can't do it, but right now is a time to just purify yourself so that you can process and deal with everything that you're meant to be dealing with, to let go of this heavy sadness, because it's a shadow side. It's an emotion that's covering not being able to control the situation. So the more that you release and surrender to who you are and what your truth is, you're going to have more clarity on your relationships, or what's keeping you back from relationships. It really is a shadow side that's up in the eclipse. That's what it's here for. Okay, this one I felt a lot of this eclipse helped, with the full moon, helped bring in a lot of core triggering from things from my childhood. So I'm not surprised that this reading is coming up, and that maybe the people, the people I read for, I'm part of the collective, right? So this is also very true for me. I don't know if you can see it, but there's an owl up here, and I can see that there's wisdom. So you have a spirit animal on the other side that's trying to help you get wisdom, and it could be that it's an owl. Okay, and look at the castle. Okay, the journey, the beauty in the journey is enjoying it now. Okay, don't focus on where you need to go, okay, because there's a light guiding you there, and trust in that light, and just be present to where you're at while you're moving forward. And it's 1444, and just call on the angels. 444 is the number of the angels. They're supporting you, so just call on the angels, and you can even ask them, to help support you in finding the right partner for you, whomever that may be. Okay, that right Two of Cups energy. And ask them to make it clear to you what that is. And it might be what's coming clear to you right now is that you're meant to focus on yourself to help clear some of this old relationship baggage, old childhood baggage, so that you can surrender to the journey, release that control and sadness, and come into the energy of your true heart's desire, so that you can begin a new adventure. Okay? But know that this is the Two of Cups energy that's here. This is coming in. This is like one of the best love cards you can get in the read in this deck. So just know that love is knocking on your door. It's either right there with you and it's calling you, or it's knocking on the door, or it's right around the corner. Okay? But it's here. And so if there's any sadness from the past and all of that, to let it go. And it could be that you're in a relationship. And if you're in a relationship, you know, they're our deepest and most intimate mirrors, right? They're the ones that trigger us the most and make us feel the most insecure, the most happiest, all of that. So you have to work and process all of that. But see how this heavy energy, it could be too that for people in relationships or in a twin flame journey, that you could be processing someone's sadness and purifying yourself, okay? Recognizing what's fully yours and what you can easily work through and stuff like that could really help. You know, when people are in partnership, we often take on their energy both ways, right? We can absorb the other person's energy, or we can confuse it with our own, or we can just be really triggered and it is our own, right? So, and we just need to work on that, work through that. Purify yourself so you're a magnet for your true heart's desires and not lessons. Okay? All right. So I am sending you lots of love. You know, many blessings on your Two of Cups journey. Okay? All right. See you tomorrow.